Mama June. Eldridge Toney reflects on life without late wife Anna Cardwell after a year. Mama June alum late Anna Cardwell's ex-husband, Eldridge Toney, broke his silence 14 months after her death. He gave an emotional update on grieving his wife, as her family is already shaken in her absence. She passed away in December 2023 due to stage 4 cancer. There was little hope for her survival, as her mom June said. Shannon and her 3 other daughters struggled to cope with the situation since they stayed with Anna most of her last days. They couldn't delete her phone number from the contact list or family group chat. For months, June didn't feel like doing anything, and because of it, she gained weight and only cried for hours. Mama June. Eldridge reveals he tattooed with Anna's ashes. Eldridge Toney wanted to keep his memories with Anna intact, so he chose to get a tattoo inked with her ashes. Even though it was a unique way, it was also heartbreaking for both fans and him. Last December, he shared that he decided to infuse ashes with ink. He somehow managed to have an expert tattoo artist willing to make it happen. Eldridge is happy that Anna is alive on his arm permanently because the tattoo will never fade. He further explained that he always talks about his late wife so much that anyone would feel it's too much. The tragic passing has affected him apart from Anna's mom and siblings. He said Anna is known to most of his friends, and he is still active in his stepdaughters Kylie and Caitlin's lives. Mama June. Eldridge opens his heart about loss with Anna's demise. Anna Cardwell's untimely demise has remained a fateful day for Eldridge Toney. The pain had never gone away in 14 months, so he took a bigger step to address it. He shifted to another home, leaving behind his past. He shared the house with her late partner when she started to fight cancer. Staying at the same house has reminded Eldridge of the former reality star's cancer frequently. He revealed that it's been tough for him to occupy those spots where she used to live. Every day when he returns home from work, he can't enter his room because he keeps throwing himself. Unfortunately, at one point, he understood he couldn't handle any more. Anna and Eldridge married 2 months after her shocking diagnosis. He confirmed that he moved to a new home this February and made it his best decision in many years. In the People interview, he called it a new beginning for him. His attachment of a picture showing a mantel above his new fireplace has old moments of him and Anna. June announced the death of Anna on social media in 2023 with much grief. Her eldest daughter was very loving. She wrote that she took her last breath at 11:12 p.m. after 5 months of battling with adrenal carcinoma. She left behind her daughters, one with Shannon and the other under his dad Michael's care. For the latest Anna's tea, stay tuned to TV season and spoilers. It's been 1 year since the world said goodbye to Anna Chickadee Cardwell, daughter, sister, mother, wife, and the ripple effects of her loss continue to touch the lives of those who loved her most. Among them is Eldridge Toney, Anna's longtime partner turned devoted husband, whose quiet resilience has spoken louder than any headline. Though much of the public followed Anna's health battle and family's emotional turmoil on screens both big and small, what came after the cameras stopped rolling has remained largely unseen. But now, as the anniversary of her passing approaches, Eldridge's story is slowly coming into focus, not one of spectacle, but of sacred memory, everyday courage, and a love that never faded. For Eldridge, life without Anna has been both a maze and a mirror. Every day has meant facing moments that once felt ordinary, like pouring coffee or folding laundry, but now carry the unmistakable weight of absence. And yet, woven through the grief is something unshakable, the imprint of a life shared and the duty of carrying that legacy forward. A year of firsts without her, grief has no script. And for Eldridge, the first year without Anna has been defined by countless firsts, each one a tender reminder of what once was. The first birthday without her hand on his shoulder. The first holiday without her voice ringing through the room. The first night the house felt too quiet. The first time their shared routines suddenly became solo echoes of memories. And yet in the quiet, Eldridge found strength. From handling practical responsibilities to honoring her daughters, Caitlin and Kylie, he has remained a constant in the lives Anna left behind. His presence, a stabilizing force for the young girls navigating their own grief, has given shape to a new kind of family resilience. There were days when simply getting out of bed felt like a mountain, But still he rose, for the girls, for Anna, and maybe, in some small way, for himself. The home they built together, the house they shared still carries her essence. From the picture frames on the mantel to the scent of her favorite candle lingering in the bathroom. Anna's touch is everywhere. Eldridge hasn't rushed to erase anything. To him, it's not about letting go. It's about holding on gently. He's kept her favorite mug in the cabinet. Her perfume still sits on the dresser. The baby blanket she once wrapped around Kylie is folded neatly in a cedar chest by the hallway. The home is not a shrine, but a space of quiet remembrance, a place where love once lived and still does. There have been updates, small changes that signal growth, not erasure. New throw pillows, a painted kitchen wall, a photograph of the girls taken last fall. Still, her presence feels eternal. Her energy hums in the corners of every room. The quiet burden of public grief. Losing someone under the public eye brings a different kind of grief. While fans of Mama June, from Not to Hot and Family Crisis, expressed sympathy, the constant gaze of social media made healing complicated. In the early weeks after Anna's passing, Eldridge was inundated with messages, some heartfelt, others invasive. Every kind word brought both comfort and pain. Every speculative headline felt like salt on a wound. He never signed up for the spotlight, but love placed him at its center. And so he learned to navigate the strange duality of mourning privately while being watched publicly. There were days when he turned off his phone for hours, finding solace in silence. Other times, he shared glimpses of his healing, if only to remind others they weren't alone in theirs. Anna's legacy in the girls. Perhaps the greatest gift Anna left behind is reflected in the eyes of her daughters. Caitlin, growing older and wiser, carries her mother's spark. Kylie, still so young, echoes Anna's mischievous grin. Eldridge has taken on a role that few men could shoulder with such grace. Father figure, caretaker, emotional anchor. He hasn't tried to replace Anna. Instead, he's worked to preserve her memory while nurturing the girl's growth in a world that feels forever altered. He reads bedtime stories that Anna once read, plays songs she used to sing in the car. He's learning to braid hair, prepare lunchboxes, and show up for school events with a brave face, even when his heart feels heavy. In honoring the girls, Eldridge honors Anna. Every giggle, every scraped knee, every whispered question about Mom becomes part of the living tribute he carries forward each day. Family ties and quiet complications. The Shannon family has seen its share of turbulence. Anna's passing brought them together in ways that were both healing and heartbreaking. Mama June, Pumpkin, Alana, and the rest of the clan rallied in the wake of loss, but time revealed that unity isn't always easy. Eldridge, never one to seek the limelight, remained a stabilizing figure. While family dynamics continued to shift, old wounds resurfacing, new paths emerging, he stayed focused on the girls and his quiet promise to Anna to be steady, no matter the storm. There were moments when the drama threatened to pull him in, but he always chose peace. Even in silence, his strength made its own kind of noise. For him, this year wasn't about attention. It was about devotion. Anniversary reflections. A year in the rear view. As the first anniversary approached, Eldridge found himself retracing the past 12 months. He remembered the hospital visits, the sleepless nights, the quiet tears behind the bathroom door. He remembered the final moments, the way Anna squeezed his hand, the unspoken words exchanged in glances, the way time seemed to stop. But he also remembered the love, the way she looked at him across the dinner table. The shared dreams, the inside jokes, the feeling of home wrapped in a person. On the anniversary, he didn't organize a public memorial. Instead, he gathered the girls, lit a candle, and shared stories. They looked through photo albums, watched videos of happier times, and then they sat together. No phones, no noise, just three hearts beating in shared remembrance, healing at his own pace. Grief doesn't end. It evolves. And for Eldridge, healing has become a slow, sacred practice. He started writing letters to Anna, not to be mailed or posted online. Just words on paper, meant for her and him alone. Sometimes they're full of sadness. Other times, updates about the girls, small joys, big feelings. He's also found peace in the little things, Long walks, old songs, a worn flannel she once wore on chilly mornings. Nature has become a balm. Being outdoors reminds him of the cycle of life, how things end and begin again. While he isn't rushing into anything new, those closest to him say he's beginning to laugh again, to hope, to imagine a future that honors the past while allowing space for joy, carrying the flame. Anna may be gone, but she lives on, in the laughter of her daughters.